Welcome to this Tinkercad tutorial. We're going to be simulating electronic projects using Arduinos. Once you've signed up and you're on this dashboard, click on Circuits. Then create a new circuit. First of all, let's change the name. Okay. Now when we see in components, we can see all the basic components are given. In general, we can see resistors, capacitors, diodes. In input, we can see buttons and sensors and keypads. In output, we can see LEDs, bulbs, and displays, and motors. There are other categories like power, breadboards, microcontrollers, instruments, ICs, power controller, and etc. So to start with, here in starters, we have all in starters, we have basic circuits already made for us. Here you can see using a cell, using Arduino, and some other assemblies using cells. So now, first of all, we go to basic components. We select an Arduino, drag and drop it, and then using your mouse scroller, you can zoom in and out. Alright. So first of all, so let's take an LED and connect it to the Arduino. We have an LED. Here we can change the name, the color of the LED. Let's say we want a blue LED. On clicking the cathode, you can create a wire and then connect that wire to ground. Alright. Let's say the color of this wire is black since it's a ground wire. From an anode, I take a wire and I connect it to D7. Alright, let's go to the code. Now we have block codes given here. You don't need to worry about that. We'll just use the text for now. Yes, continue. As you can see, the text is already loaded up. So there is void setup and void loop. These are the two components you'll find in every code. Void setup is to initialize the components that you've attached to your Arduino, which is in this case an LED. So it says pin mode, which is supposed to tell you where in these pins is the connected part. It says pin mode 13 output. So an LED at pin mode 13 would be the output. So let's quickly change this to 7 since that is what we're using. 7. So in void loop, whatever code we give, it'll keep on repeating in a loop. So digital write, which means the digital pin number 7 should be high, which means it will receive current for a delay of 1000 microseconds, which is the same as 1 second. Then digital write 7 low. So on this 7, current will no longer be going to the LED, and that will happen for a delay of 1000 milliseconds, which is the same as 1 second. And after that, it will loop back and it will switch on the LED. So let's simulate this and see how it is. See how it looks. Upon simulating, we can see that the LED has started blinking. However, there is a notification we're getting because the LED cannot take the because the LED an LED only has a capacity of 20 milliampere. So that is why this LED is not going to be functioning in real life. So we select on the wire, or stop the simulation, click on the wire, delete, press code again. Now go to basics, pick out a resistor and attach it. All resistors are with 1000 ohm default value. So take one wire and connect it to the resistor. The other terminal we connect it to pin 7. Now when I run the simulation, you can see the LED is blinking without any kind of error. That is because we've provided an adequate resistance. That is how we can work on Tinkercad. There are several other things that we can do. For example, we can take an assembled circuit, an Arduino's assembled circuit. Let's use a ultrasonic sensor for this purpose. Let's delete this. Using the delete button, we can delete the previous components if we choose to. And let's pull out an ultrasonic sensor. Okay. So here's an ultrasonic sensor, and the connections are already made. Ground goes to ground, 5 volt to 5 volt, and signal goes to signal in pin 7. So what we're going to do is we're going to simulate this, and we're going to see how it works. So start simulation. Here I will get an option to change the distance, and you can see the distance is changing on the sensor. To see it better, you can click on code, go to text. Where is the text? Okay, stop animation, stop simulation, go to text, continue. See, you have a serial monitor here. So we can also use a graph. On starting the simulation, you can see that the value of the distance is changing as I'm changing the distance here on the screen. And that is how you can simulate electronics and Arduino using Tinkercad.